Guys, it's a Tanman here from the Gaming Odyssey, and after 17 episodes, today in episode 18, the finale of this Let's Play, I'm going to be taking guys on a tour of our theme park, Odyssey Land. So let's begin. When you first enter this theme park, you are greeted by a main area. Here you have two frog fountains, some benches, and some lights, and that kind of gives you the general idea. This is a food court area where you have hamburgers, pizzas, but more some sweet stuff like cotton candy and ice cream. If you need a drink, right here. You then go here to the Ferris wheel and carousel, which is kind of the main part of the theme park. This is kind of like the main head, say the Disney Castle in Disneyland. Let's take a ride on this Ferris wheel. I think these two attractions are a cool idea. It's a good way for guests to enter the theme park. If some of the other rides, like can you see that candy cane coaster to the left, definitely one of my favorite attractions, the candy cane coaster. If that's too busy, you can ride this one, and it's just really fun. I also really like how we have a nice variety of rides. We have some more thrill runs, but we have some more relaxing ones, and this is definitely one of them. Both this and the carousel, both Gaming Odyssey themed, the white, blue, and red, and I think it's a good staple of the park, and it's surrounded by some nice trees and flowers. Let's head over here to Candyland, the first park built, or the first land built in this Let's Play. For me, this is kind of a childish, young land, full of innocence and wonder and sweetness. I kind of like the mist here. You're going into a different land with the candy, decorations around, and with the floor that kind of looks like ice cream. I wanted to really achieve this sense of you're in a different area of wonder and just kind of childlike fun, and I think we did that well. When you first enter, to your left are going to be two rides. Here you have the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups carousel, which I think is really cool. Like, look at those cars look like peanut butter cups. That is really great. And then you have this slide, which has a really long line. For me, building this land was really fun. I like how we have kind of these two rides here to the left as we're gonna ride this here. There you go. A bit, disorientating, but still really fun. And I think it's a good idea, to kind of take people here if the lanes are too long for Candy Cane Forest. This, guys, is one of my favorite rides I've ever built in a Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 game. It is definitely one of my favorites. The way it came together, the story, how you go up here on this mountain and you go through the forest. It is definitely, I think, the most popular ride at the park, and I just really love this little chain lift. I remember building it. The double chain lift kind of worked out really cool, and I kind of like the mountain. Sometimes building terrain in this game can get a bit messy, but I think for the most part, the terrain in this Let's Play, especially this mountain, I thought we did a really good job. And then we go here, and then we kind of bank, and oh boy, there's that speed, and woo! You go over to the right, and then, oh, person move your head, and then this is my favorite. You kind of swerve in the first, and out, there's trees, candy canes. It's just a really fun ride. It's I think for a ride that's kind of meant more for kids, well, this is kind of a nice thrill ride, and it is definitely, I think one of the most popular at the park. Currently, it is the favorite ride of 513 guests, and a ton of people have rode it. I just think everything from the colors of, the texture to kind of have the red and white like candy canes to color the track. It's just so well themed, and it's one of my favorites. We then go here to the Hershey's Tower, the Hershey Kissing Tower, I believe is what it's officially called. I like this area. You have a little, if you need to use the bathroom or buy merchandise while you're waiting in line. Overall, I think this is a really great land. I like how it's set up. The bigger rides in the back with the smaller rides in the front. That way the big ride brings attraction to people, and they can maybe do stuff along the way. Let's go here to the right. So we go from this candy, wonder to ancient Egypt. Egyptian land. I like this land. Some parts we need to title that. For me, I like this Into the Nile ride. I think this whole area turned out really well. The little lake we have, like kind of the centerpiece. Like for Candyland, it's kind of this forest. Here, it's the river, and I think this is just a really cool ride idea. The Nile River is a big part of Egypt, and I just think having an attraction based on it's really cool. As you can see here, someone rowing the boat, and I think it's a good track. There you can see someone coming in the station. You get some good views along with it, and I think the construction went very smooth. I kind of like the decorations here, more of the treasure and crocodile. For me, guys, let me know in the comments below if you would like to see me do another Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 theme park later in 2018, and definitely one of those themes, if I do, will be pirates. So that's kind of a little teaser. I like this snake ride. I think every land kind of has to have a small kiddie ride, and for this one, it's the snake one. We then go to this ride, which I really like, called the Wrath of Ra. It's just kind of generic. It's in a generic land area, but I took it and I think it's well themed. I think it fits really well. I like it there, and it looks nice in the scenery. And one thing about Egypt is they don't give you a ton of rides, so I think it was kind of cool how we came up with this land. Then we have this roller coaster, which for me, in all honesty, it never really works. This roller coaster, for some reason, it only has total customers of 13 people. I have no idea why it doesn't work at all. I mean, I've tried doing many things again and again. It just doesn't work, I guess. Which is a shame because I had a lot of fun building it. But oh well, maybe if we can roll the car amount. I don't know. I do like the thing we built over it. And it is, fun to go through this, you know, the cave and stuff. So Egypt land, we didn't have a lot to work with, but I think we did a pretty good job. And let's ride the Wrath of Ra a little bit here. Oh, there we go. Oh, you can see that's the roller coaster. And here we go, upside down. There we go, kind of a thrill ride. And again, this ride has two thrill rides, this one and the roller coaster, but some smaller stuff like the snake slide and the relaxing Nile boat river has, there we go, a bit of thrills. So let's go up in the theme park. After you go past the Ferris wheel, we now have section 2, and let's start with the train ride to Halloween Land. This is definitely, guys, one of my favorite things I've ever done in the park, building this train transit system. I think it worked out really well, and I think kind of having the Halloween Land kind of as a separate part of the park really fits the theme. Halloween's mystique, spooky, kind of unknown, and I think we did a pretty good job here. So I love this smoke. The fishermen people, like, watch out, the kind of this transformation as we go through, and then when we emerge, what's that? It is Horrorland. There you go. I really like that. This horror, spooky themed area, really great transition in there as we go around the pumpkin patch. Let's start with that. I really like this pumpkin patch area. This is a area, every land kind of has its place where people can eat, and this is this one. You can get some nice spooky shakes, pumpkin pies, and some nice merchandise. We then go here into this skeleton-like area, kind of the graveyard, if you will, with some nice animatronics and a spooky swing. We then enter the main staple of this land, which is the Haunted Castle. When you first enter, you have this ride, which is kind of the staple, the launched Fear Fall. I think having this ride was good. I think, I think doing something different for Horrorland's kind of cool, kind of this launch, because that is something spooky. Instead of doing another roller coaster, I love the decorations we have of all the skulls. I think this is a really cool atmosphere. We have kind of this castle broken down, kind of this haunted castle feel. It kind of feels empty, but that's also, I believe, kind of the point. But after the guy fixes that, we will ride it. I really love this little hill area with the spiders. I know, there it goes. Let's see if we can catch it. Do we launch up again? Oh, it's only once. Okay. No? Do you shoot up again? But yeah, I like the way this lane turned out. I think... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And you can see the Spaceland roller coaster. That's actually kind of neat. So yeah, overall, a very cool area. I love the spiral area with the pumpkin patch, kind of more of the concessions. And then there's this monster ride, which is kind of an area for kids. This is not the most kid-friendly area, kind of have all this spooky stuff. So I think having this definitely fits with the witches and stuff. Overall, I think for a small land, I think we did pretty well. As we're actually going to ride this skeleton ride. I think we did pretty well. Oh, man. Okay, that thing, you really spin you around. So, yeah, overall, a very cool land. And let's see if we can take the train back when it comes. But, yeah, definitely kind of like the location of it far off. and it seems to be doing well. I was kind of worried, will people go to this park, this area of the park, because it's kind of back here. You have to take a train. There's no pathway leading here, and the answer is yes, people will, which is pretty cool if I do say so myself. So let's take a journey back on this train. This also, guys, was really inspired a lot by the Harry Potter land of Universal Studios. Kind of throughout this park, different areas are based on different lands. The Hogwarts train, definitely some inspiration here. I'll say more of the Candyland's kind of based on like the Fantasyland of Disney. Also Hershey Park, which I've been to, it's really fun. Atlantis kind of has more of the SeaWorld vibes and stuff, so that was just kind of, I wanted to mention that. When I was building this, we had a little like pathway here where I was going to have some rides, but I just took it out because it was just pathway, nothing there. And then we go nice back into the greenery. I just love this transition with the fountains, all that fun stuff. Definitely, guys, if I do another park, I will try to have kind of a train around the theme park where you stop at different areas. I think that will be really cool, and I do want to incorporate that. So that is Horrorland. Definitely one I think was well done. But let's say we don't get spooked out and you want to go to Atlantis. First of all, the swimming pool complex I think turned out really good. I will do a whole night vision at night, but here's the park right there with the torches. You just kind of get that look of the Atlantis land with the lights. And I think this pool is kind of cool. Some rides, I kind of like how we built this land up, because some of the other rides, land we kind of build them out horizontally. This one I wanted to build vertically, and I think this works out really well. This pool has always been a steady way for people to come, and I do think having this in the back of the park helps. That way, if people want to do the swimming pool, which does usually really well in Roller Coaster Tycoon, they have to come to the back. And I just think the whole way this stuff is cool with the stairs and torches. We then kind of have the rest of Atlantis Land with this octopus ride, which I think is just really cool. This is kind of the kiddie ride, or for the ride for all family and ages here in Atlantis Land. And definitely, it's been pretty good. I think the whole way this theme park was designed was pretty cool. As let's see if we can spin around here in the octopus ride. Again, this was in the general section, so kind of had the pieces one together like Egyptian Land. That's one thing about this theme. This LP had a lot of fun of, is that we kind of had to piece things together. They do have an Atlantis theme in this game, but it's really small. They don't have a Candyland theme. They don't have one about Egypt. The only ones they really have was Spooky in Space. So I kind of like how we had to piece this stuff together. This is a pretty fun ride, actually. Oh, there we go. And then we go to this water slide. I really like the way this was built, kind of like beneath the pool. It looks kind of cool, actually. We cannot ride it. But I like just this whole segment. I like this area here with the people, because it doubles as a roller coaster view, but also one for the pool. Speaking of which, let's see about this roller coaster. How's it been doing? It's the favorite ride of 183 guests, and 5,284 people have voted. That's pretty good. This is definitely a ride I had a lot of fun constructing. And let's hop on it. So we're going up the chain lift here. We have the Atlantis stuff to the left, the giant trident there. At the end, I am going to rank my roller coasters, and then we go down. Also really love the coloring on this track. And then here we get wet. We see some guys guarding a treasure, and then we go up. Kind of in hindsight, I kind of wish for me we were kind of to do this ride a bit differently. I think this train lift takes some momentum out of the ride. It doesn't give it that thrills as, say, the Candy King coaster or the Space Exploration does, but it's still a fun roller coaster. I like this ending here. This lake part's really cool with the monster and stuff, but water coasters and log flumes, you don't have as much force as you do with another one, and I think we did good, all things considered. Love the treasure here. One thing I do like about this theme park is kind of how the different lands interconnect. Like, for instance, here, you can kind of see the Egyptian land. I like how this is beneath the Egypt land. That's very cool. So this is the water-based part of the park. I think it is really neat. And now let's go to the final land of this park, Space Land. This is a land I had a lot of fun constructing. There's a lot of different sci-fi elements. Here we kind of have more of the old science fiction. You have kind of, the giant robots, the UFOs, this radar base. And then you kind of have more of the I want to see if we can ride this ride. That's really fun. Then you have kind of more of the astronaut stuff, the zero G trampoline, right? That does really well, as we can see we're bouncing. Again, this is kind of a lands ride for kids to go on, as you can see. This is pretty fun. And then there's a spinny one, which I don't know if I want to watch this and get spun around, but there you go. That's good enough. But can we ride this? I think you can actually. Oh, you can. But you can see it doing its thing. So that's pretty cool. But I like the way this whole area is constructed. Kind of how you feel like you're kind of in an area with the mountains up, like you feel like you're in a different area of the theme park. Because if you go to, say, even Horrorland, you can see the Candy Cane coaster, and you can see other parts. I like how this is kind of self-contained. On the two sections over here, like I said, I like the decorations. It all looks very neat. And then here we have our space exploration, which is the favorite ride of 104 guests. Definitely, guys, either this or the Candy Cane ride is one of my favorite roller coasters or rides I've built this park. I just think it's really fun. I think the theming of it's really good. I like theming in rides, and this is definitely one that does that very well. So let's take a hop on it. Definitely where we constructed this roller coaster was one of my favorite episodes. If I had to pick a favorite episode I've done, for me, I feel like the construction of Candyland, Spaceland, and Atlantis were cool. I think all those were neat. So let's go here. So you go, as you're going up, and oh no, there's some robots to the right. And then we get up here, and we have some communications. Anyone there? We're trying to communicate back to base. There's some base. Can we get back here? And oh no, we have killer robots, and they're not happy about this. This is my favorite thing about this ride is kind of how it looks like we're in space a little bit. Oh wait, I should ride this at night. Hold on, I'm actually gonna do that. And then here we have the different colors of the track. Really fun. I noticed like this and both the Candy Cane Forest have like a bank turn, which I guess I like to do a lot. And then we're here in the forest. Love the trees. Help! We need to get out. There's a base. Okay, we're going back. And then rocket ships blasting off. We are home, everyone. Yeah, let's actually ride this at night. And then, guys, after this, I'm going to do the whole park at night, kind of an overview, and just kind of scroll through it. And then I'll say my final thoughts on this series. I love riding rides at night, like at Disneyland, especially like the Matterhorn and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Oh, yeah, this definitely gives off the space-like illusion. Oh, because you can see like the bases of the lights. That's really cool. The night feature is really good in this game. That's definitely one of the best things about it. Alrighty there. Oh, I like how the robots look menacing. Oh, that looks really neat. That looks really cool. I really like that, actually. Oh, yeah, that looks really awesome. And then, whee! Love the mist. The volcano lights up, and then we're on the planet. Yeah, the planet lights up. That's really cool. I actually kind of like that. And then there's the rocket ships going back home. That is pretty awesome. You guys were in night mode. Well, overall, I think Spaceland was definitely a surprise. So let's go land by land. Here's Spaceland. As you can see, the rocket ship lighting up yellow, all the blue lights. Definitely has this futuristic neon look with the red. Definitely really cool. Here's Atlantis Land. Love the torches. Really gives it that kind of old ancient feel, especially over here. That looks really neat. I want to see this at night. Oh, they have lights on them. That's really cool. I didn't notice that actually until yeah, let's see can we ride this. Alrighty guys, here we go. Okay, that looks pretty neat. Pretty menacing. But yeah, that's Atlantis Land at night. Looks really neat. Oh, I love that octopus screen. All the colors combine here really well. Egyptian land, just kind of a lot of the lights here. Kind of looks like, Egypt that night. Like I was supposed to be. I like that. Kind of the one color here. Candyland. Oh, that's cool. It lights up red. Not a ton of lights here because it's still at the beginning of the park, but you can see stuff. That's really neat. Okay. I like the greens and the reds. And oh, the carousel turns colors. Or the peanut butter cups do. I like the main area. And then Horrorland. Oh, that definitely pops. I kind of like the grayish white green stuff here. Definitely gives off that feel. Someone just staring at it. Yep, there. And oh, I like that electricity. This is probably one of my favorite lands at night. Now guys, I do want to do a couple more things. First of all, I want to show you the park map. Um, where is it? Oh, there we go. So there's the park map. Here's it by theme. So you kind of have the spooky one here. You have the space stuff. It doesn't do the best job. You can kind of see Atlantis. That's pretty neat. You can see all the people at. Really nice stuff. And yeah, so guys, if I had to rank the rides I built for roller coasters, like that one now pre-built, it'll probably have to go. Well, first of all, I like this Nile ride. Well, this will be last because it never really worked and no one really rode it, so that's last. Then I kind of have this next. It was fun decorating it, but I think there's too many chain lifts. Then the Nile boat ride. I just think that's a very peaceful ride. It worked out really well. I thought it was not. Then I want to go to the train. Yes, the trains that have the roller coaster because I just think it's really neat. I just think that I don't know, it's just worked out well. And then I'll probably go with the Space Explorer at number 2. The theming's great, but I think just Candy Cane Forest is the best of the most thrills. These two are really close. If I had to rank my lands from least favorite to favorite, it's really difficult. I think my least favorite is Egyptian land. I like it, but it doesn't pop as the other two. I still think it was fun. Then next will probably be the Horror Land, the Spooky Land. It does its job, but I just like the others better, and it's still good. Then I'll probably say Candyland. I think it's a bit too small, but I kind of do like the enchantment I have. Then I'll probably say, I really like this Spaceland, but I think that comes in second. I just love how you feel like you're in space, and the number one's Atlantis, just the way it was built. So guys, this is the final park here. Guys, this was a great series. This is one of my favorite video games of all time. It's so fun. Let me know, guys, in the comments below if you would want me to do another theme park, and I kind of want to touch on this a bit. First of all, can we ride the train at night? I think that would be really awesome. So basically, while taking this train ride at night, I kind of want to talk about what I mean by basically doing another series. So this is going up end of July. So probably maybe say after Halloween or before Thanksgiving, around that time, I might, if you guys want it, and if I get enough support, I'll do another Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 LP where I basically do a different theme park. Some things I will want to do is, speaking of this train, I will do another train. I'll do a train around the theme park. That is definitely going to be one of the things I'll do, kind of like Disneyland. Themed ideas, we touched on a lot, but we also had a lot to do. We have, let's see if I can find a good area to do the themes. Western is definitely one we can do. There's a ton of stuff you can do with Western. There's a lot of really cool things. That'll definitely be one of the main lands. That'll probably be like one of the main two. And then probably the other one will either be Dinosaur. So that's 2 lands. We could do a pirate one. There's a lot of fun with that. That's free. And then we could also do a zoo area. Kind of like how or an adventure land. So if we have like Western, Dinosaur, and then like Adventure Pirate Land, that's 3. We could do a zoo, kind of like how we did a water park here. We'll mix them with Atlantis, maybe a zoo at 4. And then a 5th one, we could do a medieval land. They don't give you a lot of stuff to do, stuff like a castle theme, but we could probably do like Arabian Nights type of deal. I could maybe build like a roller coaster in the castle. So that's kind of the main idea. So this will kind of be like the Western, and then probably the Dinosaur, and then maybe this will kind of be a zoo, and then maybe this will be like the pirate thing, maybe this a castle thing. Not in this exact order, but that's kind of how I think, not in the location, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Adding a train around the theme park, being in a zoo element. But let me know, guys, below if you want to. If you don't, that is fine. I'm just throwing it out there. And guys, just thank you for all your support through this LP. This was really fun. One that was really great to see it come back. I remember the first episode creating everything where it started with Candyland, all the way to Spaceland here, all the way to the horror, spooky themed land, the Atlantis land, and the Egypt land. And I think we did this LP enough for me. I think if we went too far back, I don't think enough people would have came. If we built like this way, if we did like a zoo here or maybe another thing here, people would not have come to it. But guys, this was a fantastic series. Wow, just pretty awesome. This has been Tanman from the Gaming Odyssey. I'll see you guys next time, as this is the final video of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.